guys, I thought I would take you through what's in my everyday bag as somebody who literally brings the entire house with them when they have to leave. This is my Marge Sherwood Boston bag. It's in the Hushbuck brown, so it's not the shiny leather. It's very spacious and it's just gorgeous. Even as it wears, it has this beautiful patina to it, so I absolutely love it. And I don't really see myself getting another everyday bag anytime soon. She's my absolute pride and joy. Honestly, my favorite thing about this bag is this little buckle right here. It helps stop the bag falling off your shoulder as you're walking around, especially if you're wearing a jacket or a coat. I just find this is so helpful, and it's such a small feature, but it really makes all the difference when it comes to functionality. The first thing that I always have on me no matter what is my journal. This is just a cheap leather journal, I think from Officeworks. I do want to upgrade it in the future, however, it's not necessary that I do that. You can also see that my most recent journal insert that I purchased is too big, but it's fine. This is a Midori journal. What I love about this one is that it lays completely flat. I plan on using this one as my everyday sort of journal, and then whenever I'm watching a YouTube video or reading a Substack article, I really like to take notes, or if I have any notes on the books that I'm reading at the moment, I want to use this one just because it's a little bit bigger and I find it easier to write my thoughts on a larger page, if that makes sense. At the moment in this one, I'm just planning video ideas to post on this channel, so if you want to stick around for those, they'll be coming up very soon. I also have my Muji pen. This is the 0.5mm. I do want to try the 0.3. I know a lot of people talk about that one, but for now, this one is my favorite. I will say it is a tiny bit inky for me, but I still love it nonetheless. And then also in this planner, I just have my calendar. So it's the type where you just write in the days yourself as well as the month and the year. So if you don't use it all consecutively for all of 2026, you can kind of tap back in whenever you need to, which I really like because I'm not always as consistent with this as I would like to be. And then the last insert that I have in here is where I write down any recipes. If I see something in a magazine while I'm out, or if I just have an idea of something that I want to make, I will usually write it down in here just so I have a record and they're all together. Sometimes if I'm writing it down in a random notebook, I will forget that it's there. One thing that I do love about this journal though is it has a little elastic right here that you can put your pen in, so you never lose it, because I am one to lose stuff all the time. And then I guess to go in my sort of journaling ecosystem, but I do keep this one separate, is just like a little commonplace notebook. I write little manifestations, I write little quotes in here. I also write lists. I write lists of movies that I've watched, movies that I want to watch, and just any sort of thoughts that are really coming into my mind day to day. And it's very casual. It doesn't have to be pretty. Following that, I always have my current read in my bag. I catch the tram a lot, so I spend a lot of time commuting, and I like to carry it around if I ever have a moment to get my book out and read. If I'm waiting for an appointment or I'm waiting for my coffee, I just find it's a really nice way to not go on your phone. This is my current read, Walking Through Clear Water in a Pool Painted Black. It's a memoir by Mueller. I'm also not precious about my books getting a little bit beaten up. I just think that's what makes them mine. Next is all of my beauty stuff. I have repurposed this little Aesop pouch, and I just keep lip liners, fragrance, tampons, anything I might need, just so it's all in one place and it's not just like floating around my bag. One of the things that I love to keep on me is my Road Pocket blush. This is in the shade Toasted Teddy. It's the perfect blend between a blush and a bronzer, and I like to reapply it throughout the day, also on my lips. It gives a really beautiful wash of color. And then following that, I always have the Rhode Lip Peptide treatment. This is really easy to use on the go, and I really like that you don't have to be too precise with it. It looks really nice when it has a more of a diffused border on your lips anyway. And this is in the shade Twist, I believe, which is a really beautiful brown shade. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. Then I just have a couple of other random things in here, like a lighter. You never know when you might need one of those. One of my other favorite lip products is the MAC lip pencil in Whirl. This is my absolute ride or die. I will never leave her side. She is always with me. I always come back to her. She's always there for me. She never lets me down. Absolutely love her. And then this is more of like a contour shade. This is the Rimmel one in Cappuccino. I use this very sparingly because it does show up quite grey on my fair skin, but it's a great little contour shade to add a little bit more depth and dimension to your lips. And then this is my favorite lipstick. This is Thanks It's MAC by MAC. It is a beautiful little sheen. You don't need much. It's very lightweight. It's not super drying. It's got a little bit of moisture in there, so it's just a beautiful everyday sort of colour. I also love to keep any fragrances that I'm testing out at the minute in my bag. That way I can reapply throughout the day and I can see how they're wearing. And I always keep a few options in case I want to change the vibe, if I have to transition from day to night. These ones are from Denim. I have been absolutely loving the Discovery set from them. Next is probably quite obvious, but these are my vlogging cameras. The first one is my Sony camcorder. I absolutely love using this when I want to capture more B-roll or home video style footage. I just feel it gives it this really nice nostalgic feeling, and it's super lightweight and the battery life lasts forever, and it's just really cute to have on the go and just capture quick moments. And then my second camera is my main girl. This is the Canon PowerShot V10. I absolutely love this. The screen flips up like this so you can see yourself, and the colors are amazing. The microphone is amazing. She's my everydayer. I love that she's small, compact, easy to use. Again, the battery life is really great. And yeah, this is what I film all of my vlogs on, basically. She's really cute. I kind of want to get some stickers to put on her, or I want to create a little keychain sort of strap. At the moment, she's kind of just out in the world on her own, and I want to make sure that she's safe and secure at all times. What else do I have in here? I also love to have some keepsakes in my bag. So I have these film strips from a trip to Sydney that I did with two of my best friends, and I just love carrying them around with me. I just feel like if I'm ever missing them or if I'm sad, I can just pull these out and have a look. And I have a few copies of them. I've got some on my fridge, and I don't know, I just like to carry them around so it feels like they're always close to me. And then another keepsake that I have, this is a new addition. She's so cute. This is a Sunny Angel. I actually bought this in Adelaide on a recent trip. I just love them. I do have a few others. I just don't know where they are. I think they're packed away since I've moved. I'm not sure about her because I'm convinced that this is a counterfeit Sunny doll. I think I was scammed because the face is quite faded and the markings on the head don't quite match up, but she's really cute nonetheless, and I just love to carry her around. And then next I have this little pouch. I like to keep my wallet and things in here so it's all together in one place and I can easily just pull it out. I also have a couple of other little random things in here that are just small that I don't want to get lost through the abyss that is my bag. This is my wallet. I just use a card holder because I just find that it's really compact, and I like to actually keep my card and my cash separate. That's why I use this little pouch, because I can just have my cash in here. Also, this is just terrible for keeping any cash because it just doesn't really work. I have all of my cards. I have my library card. And then I also keep this, which is an SD card reader that plugs into your phone. This is super helpful if you carry around a little digicam, which I used to very frequently, however, it broke. But you just put the SD card in here and then you can plug it into your phone and immediately import all the photos to your image library. And I just think that is so helpful. This is a staple in my bag. If any of my friends have their digicams or I have mine, we can very easily just get them on our phones, and it's a great tool. It's a really great tool. That's really everything that's in my everyday bag. I like to keep her pretty simple on the outside. I don't have any keychains or trinkets. I just don't like the idea of them getting caught on anything, but I don't know, maybe I would consider something beaded potentially. Anyway, that is everything that is in my everyday bag. I would love to know what you keep in your bag on a daily basis. I find it so interesting, people's rhyme and reason behind what they carry around every day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.